Okay, so I want to tell you in this video essentially the game of manipulation that your gremlin plays to control your being, to ride your being like a horse. If you haven't seen my other video about where I'm introducing the gremlin, go ahead and check it out. I'll put a link here. But essentially, this being your gremlin, it attaches to you at birth, or even sometimes before in other lifetimes it can be attached. And the way that it attaches, it starts in a way like feeding onto your own shadow, like working with your shadow, with your wounds, how you haven't been met, how you were abandoned, and how you were essentially like weren't provided to in life. And it starts feeding on that shadow and creating this layer of real protection. It's really like creating a protection, because there is an investment in the gremlin that you survive, so that your gremlin has the food for his sustenance. So he creates this layer of protection around you, and in this way he starts manufacturing this reality, just like a horse rider is breaking a horse. The gremlin is starting to create that reality, that creates your box for how you interact with the world. Who are you in relation to the world? How are you relating to the world? And essentially, I want to tell you about the game that is being played. And this is a game, I call it a game, but it's called a pattern too, a pattern of behaviors. And if you're ever in a Alcoholic Anonymous or Violence Anonymous or Narcotic Anonymous, any of these 12-step programs, you're going to be studying this pattern of behavior, which you might already be familiar with. But essentially, it starts with a victim, being a victim of something. And essentially, this is the first role that it starts to play it on. When you're a child, you're depending on others. You cannot provide for yourself. You don't have the matrix, you don't have the distinctions, you don't have the what it takes to provide that thing for yourself. So you're depending on others. So in this way you are powerless. You cannot A baby cannot cook a meal, it cannot go hunting, it cannot go get water or get food. It's depending on his parents or her parents. So the gremlin starts feeding on that story. You're a victim, and by putting the child on this place, it starts playing like, I'm a victim, I need help, I need to be rescued. And then the gremlin comes in with resources for rescue. I will help you, just give me your power and I will take care of you. Then the gremlin gets bigger, it takes over. But it's essentially this pattern. Once there is a victim, the victim needs to be a victim of something. And the victim is, here is where the other role comes. The victim is a victim of the persecutor. There's somebody that's persecuting, or the perpetrator that's perpetrating something on the victim. I am a victim of money. Then like money is the perpetrator. Or I'm a victim of the government. Then the government is the perpetrator. Or I'm a victim of my parents, how my parents raised me. Then I'm a victim of my parents. And then there comes the next role in this. So there is a perpetrator, there is a victim. Who is the other perpetrator that keeps the cycle running? Is the rescuer. And the rescuer is this figure that comes in this dynamic to rescue the victim, to save the victim from the perpetrator, to save the victim from from this role that is persecuting them. Right? So this is the basic three roles that get used from as a gremlin strategy to keep the your being small and keep your being easy to manipulate, predictable, controllable. You can switch from one role to another one without even realizing. You can be in one role and then in the next one without even thinking about it. and you can go from being a rescuer trying to rescue a victim to being a victim yourself, and then to being a persecutor of the persecutor of the persecutor, or being a victim of a victim of a victim is infinite. Like this pattern is, this game is really big, and is essentially the main game that is being played around there. So what happens when you find yourself in this role? This is what, like, where there is like not so much help out there, or where like there is a lot of the tools that don't really work, but you essentially, you need a way to come out of there. And yes, you can do it. It's through meditation, through breathing practices that essentially disconnect you or disidentify you from your thoughts, which is the main way. The thoughts is the main way by which you are being controlled by these stories of victimhood, stories of um, I need to save this person, or stories of that this person is doing wrong and they need to be punished. These are all stories, and this is essentially, when you go into meditation, you work to disidentifying yourself from the thoughts. So essentially, the thoughts are coming, but you're not getting hooked to the thoughts. Your being is not getting hooked. You see it, they pass, and you let them go. This is a process of meditation. The next one is like breathing. You can do deep breathing into your being, and really, when you're breathing, you're essentially raising your energy. You're consciously breathing, you're breathing energy from the air, letting that energize your body. And this essentially, it takes you out of your place of victimhood, because you are taking a step. You're taking a step towards your wellness, towards feeling energized, towards um, having more possibility or having more energy in your body to do something different. And this, some of these tools, they don't fully work sometimes. Like sometimes you can be like really hooked to your own thoughts, and like meditation doesn't work, or breathing by itself doesn't work. So you really need like different tools and distinctions that start getting you more possibilities for how to come out of playing that game. Because once you're playing that game, you're hooked to the game, you are resentful, you are resenting, you are right about what you're thinking, and this is the way, and there is no other way. And then you're hooked to the game. You're hooked that you are a victim, you're hooked that somebody else is a victim, you're hooked that you're trying to rescue somebody. And then that's the game that's being played. It stays small, you stay very small, and nothing changes. You don't change, you don't grow, and your gremlin is sucking and sucking from your energy, your life energy, without you even noticing or seeing it. This is normal. This has been happening my whole life, and this is the main game that is being played in society out there. If you look at any movies, you see the game of these three roles. You find them out and see them. So I want to bring you a possibility of something that you can do right now. If you are in this state of being a victim, or if you have identified yourself. So grab yourself a towel like this, and you're gonna go for 3 minutes, or yeah, like go for 3 minutes, and you use your towel, and you bring your anger, bring your energy of that's it, that's enough. I want something different. I want to create something different, and just do it for no reason. Really, you don't have to have a reason for being angry. You can get your anger and turn it on, and use it on your cloth, and let that energy of anger get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So I'm gonna do a quick demonstration here, and the experiments for you to do this for 3 minutes at first. And then once you get the sense of this, you can do it for less time. You can do this for maybe like 1 minute, or you only need to do a few times to get your energy in a big state. So grab your towel, you hold it, and you bite it, and use your voice. Your voice is the channel, the important. Use your all of your muscles here to channel your voice. And your idea is to clear out your space. Clear out your space from all of these stories, to allow for clarity from your being, to come forward. This is a non-linear possibility, because I don't know what's gonna happen after. Like, this is like really using the resources that you have and the possibilities that you have in the moment to overcome that state of victimhood or that state of low drama, to really bring it to a higher state of high drama where you are alive and your being is alive and your feelings are there and the space is alive. So here it goes. You take your towel, you use it in your mouth to muffle the sounds. You see here, I can't be so loud. So you go like this. And right away, you're gonna feel your level of energy rising up. Your blood is gonna be rushing, and you're gonna start feeling different in your body. And you can use this to clear out your energy and allow the clarity from what's coming through your being to come through. This starts creating space in your being to say, like, this is my life, this is my boundary, this is my life, my energy, my time. You create that boundary for yourself to create space for your being to start taking up more space, to start growing up a little bit more. And through this practice, you start developing the discipline for sourcing your own resources, sourcing your anger for clarity, and for creating that distinction between you and that parasite entity that is sucking on your energy. So go ahead and try this out. If you ever find yourself in this state of low drama, this is something that you can try. Meditation, breathing. If that doesn't work, bring in your anger. Let it rip. Go in the bed and let it rip. Go completely crazy and make a space for you. Take a stand for yourself. Use your anger to bring in your boundary and to say, fuck off, out of here. I don't want this. This is my space. I don't want this. Boom. You get your space, your own energy, and you are taking steps to feeling more, to allowing yourself to feel your aliveness, to feel your clarity, to feel into what you are here for, so that you can start serving your purpose instead of serving the purpose of the parasite that is controlling you. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.